So, I guess I'll start from the very beginning. How did a little Josh Samanski get into hockey? I imagine probably your dad, huh?
Yeah, I mean, didn't really have much of a choice. The older three started playing hockey, so um, yeah, I think it was just natural for me to be sent on the ice and never really got away from it. So that's just how it happened, I think.
When he played, did you guys like move around a lot with him, or did you kind of stay where you were in Erding, or
I mean,
did you go with him?
I was the fourth kid already, so my dad was already retired
That's right.
when I was born. So he just became a coach, but we stayed in the same spot for a very long time. I mean, I moved around just because of hockey, but my parents always stayed in the same place, and kind of changed now like the last 5 years. But other than that, it was always the same house coming back to.
Mixed up my timeline there. So your siblings, they played too. Growing up, were they tough on you, or what?
I mean, you know how it is with older siblings. Like, there's a lot of things going on. I have 3 younger siblings as well, so we're 7 in total, and it's just a lot going on at the house. I think my parents didn't always have it easy, so my brothers and I for sure got into it a couple times. At times it would be my fault, but other times maybe not. So I think we all got kind of thick skin because of it, and I think it helped us in the long run for sure.
You say parents didn't have it easy. Was it because of all the kids, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've heard of guys that have 2 kids, and it's a lot. So I think just any amount of kids can be challenging, and if you have 7 that are all pretty active and like to do things, then obviously is going to be a lot of things going on, and so we made the best of our childhood, and my parents did a good job too raising us. So it was fun for sure.
Did you always want to play professional hockey growing up? Did you know?
It's hard.
Or did you want to be a scientist maybe when you were
No,
like 5?
not really. I mean, I didn't really have anything in mind. I think if you would have asked me when I was really young, I'd probably say I want to be a hockey player like my dad. But you never really think about being a professional. You just want to play the sport that you love, and so I was very fortunate that I was allowed to continue playing that sport, because it's not easy to support too, right? Having that many kids, and it is kind of expensive. So I was very fortunate that I was able to play.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You never really think actually about playing professional hockey. When was it that you realized that it might actually be possible to play pro hockey?
I think when I was 13, I was like, okay, I'm gonna probably play hockey till I'm gonna be 40 years old. It was just, I moved to Mannheim. It was like 3.5, 4 hours away from home. Stayed with a billet the first 1.5 years, and it worked out for me. And you never know when you're that young. It can go either way. Either you get homesick or whatever. But very, like I said, like, I don't really care about that stuff. I just wanted to play hockey, and it worked out. And I think at that point I was like, yeah, I might have a chance to play till I'm very old.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of being homesick, you're born in Erding, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What is Erding like, I guess, compared to Bakersfield?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't lived there properly since I moved out at 13. So obviously I come back every summer, and I don't really do much there. It's just fun with the family, but it's more like Straubing, where I played the last 4 years, is kind of where I consider home the last, obviously the 4 years. But both towns are pretty small. I think like around 50,000 each. It's just different, a lot of small coffee shops and people outside, and you know everybody, so it's definitely a lot of fun going back.
Is it, you said more small town?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the US everything is very, like, a lot of people, and we just talked about I don't know, Bakersfield has 500,000 people. I don't see anybody in the town ever. So I think it's just very different. It's very spread out. And in those small towns in Germany, you know, everybody goes downtown, grabs a coffee, or just goes for a walk, and it's just kind of different culture, but yeah, different feeling for sure.
So you moved out when you were 13?
Yeah, I mean,
the hockey academy?
Yeah, well, I was in Mannheim for 3 years, and you know, obviously I'd go back when we have breaks and stuff, but after that I went to Canada for 2 years, and then started playing in the second league in Germany, and then after that in the first league. So yeah, I haven't really been living at home. You know, COVID, I was staying at home for a while. It was a lot of fun for sure, but you know, I know a lot of people talk about it being, you know, a bad situation, but we were fortunate. You know, my parents have a house out on the farm, so we have a lot of ground, and we could go outside and do stuff, and all my siblings would be at home. So it was really fun after a while not seeing all of them to have them, you know, there with me.
So it sounds like you went back home a lot, but from a young age, I guess, not, you know, kind of leaving home and pretty much living on your own. What was that like? What's that life like?
I mean, I didn't really know it any other way, so I can't really tell if I would have done it any differently. But obviously, for me, I would say I'm kind of outgoing, so I do get to know new people quickly and make new friends, and so it was never a problem for me. I never really gotten homesick. I always got to meet new people, and you know, that's the cool thing about our sport too, is that, you know, teams change a lot, and you make new friends, and you stay in contact, and you know, your family, I call it, grows. And so I think it helped me a lot as a person too, just to, you know, being able to connect to new people and find my way in new communities and stuff like that.
You're in the AHL now, but this is not your first time playing professional hockey, and most notably, your longest stint was probably with Straubing. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your time with Straubing.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, you know, being there for 4 years, calling it home for 4 years, and you know, I still have a connection to it. Obviously, it's the fans there, the city. Well, I call it always city. It's a town, but you know, the town there, they bleed hockey. You know, they go to the rink, they watch the games. They, you know, obviously are upset when we lose. They're happy when we win. So it means a lot to them, and so I think that's just where I got, you know, the feeling of, you know, wanting to win for the town as well there, and so. It was a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends, not just from hockey, but just being around the town and getting to know new people when you're outside and talking to people. So it's obviously a place that I'll go back to in the summer as well and meet, you know, my friends. But yeah, it was an amazing time, and I can't say anything negative about it.
Was it cold there?
I mean, compared to here, probably, but it's been kind of cold here too. So I don't know. When people told me that, you know, Bakersfield was gonna be hot, like, I don't know what they were talking about, because it's kind of freezing sometimes outside. But it's colder than, I think it's, well, I don't know the Fahrenheit kind of thing. Like, it's like negative 10 degrees. Like, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but yeah, I'd say it's cold. But this year I saw a couple of my friends went on the ODR and stuff, so like the lakes freeze and stuff like that. So yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I don't think we're gonna have any lakes freezing here, but it's all right. It's different. I really like it. You know, my sister, she's in Oklahoma, so I was talking to her yesterday, and I sent her a picture of the palm trees, and she was like, "Oh, you have palm trees? Like, that's amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's pretty fun."
It's California.
Yeah, it's like I said, the weather when it wants to be, it's really nice, and you know, we had a lot of fog, but now that the sun is out, just getting, you know, some fresh air is really good for me.
You signed that contract in June with Edmonton, correct?
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Was it June?
yeah.
Did you actually go to Bakersfield in June, or did you miss out on the summer months?
No, thank God I missed out on the summer months. I heard it's way too hot here in the
Yeah.
summer. I'm not being here this summer. I can't deal with like that much heat. Like I like it sunny, but it's too much heat is not good for me either.
Mm. So, well, I guess you missed out on that then. You're lucky. But I guess how have you been enjoying your time in Bakersfield so far?
Yeah, I think like I said before, obviously we have a great group here from not only the players but the staff, and I think we have a good climate where everybody can talk to everybody, and it's a lot of fun coming to the rink, and obviously I enjoy that a lot. We go to lunch and stuff like that, and still trying to find new lunch spots. I really like to further my experience of Bakersfield cuisine, but it's a lot of Mexican spots. I'm not used to that much Mexican food, so. But no, I think it's a lot of fun. Obviously, we don't have that much time. We play a lot and we practice a lot, but when we're on the road, especially, like we find new places to eat and whatever, and look at the different cities. And for me, that's very cool to see, because I haven't been in California before this year.
Well, I can help you out finding new food spots. We can talk about that later. But
Sounds good.
about a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago, you get that call, that letter, the email, however you found out you're going to be playing for Team Germany in the Olympics. What's your immediate reaction to that?
Well, when I got the call, I was in the car on my way from Sequoia National Park to Monterey. So I was, we had our December break, our Christmas break, and it was a call that, I was hoping to get. I was obviously working towards it, and it was, a lot of, not pressure, but just, kind of at ease afterwards, because obviously kind of expected to be on the team, but you never know. There's a lot of good players, so I think I was just really relieved to finally get, the notification that I made the team. So I was super excited as well.
One of the dreams, I imagine, of playing pro hockey, being on the Olympics national team, I imagine?
For sure. I mean, when you're young, you always watch the Olympics, especially, in our family, big sports family, so you just let it go, watch it the whole day. It doesn't matter what sport it is, summer or winter Olympics. So obviously very fortunate that I can, be there and then have my family there as well, and then watch that as well.
Hockey, obviously a very global game. We have the NHL, it's in North America, but even in the NHL, AHL, it's not just Americans or Canadians, it's a lot of Germans, a lot of Russians. It's a very international, worldwide game, and you probably played against quite a few of them. What's it going to be like? How's it going to be different, I guess, playing against your peers on a world stage like that?
Yeah, I mean, I was very fortunate to play in the World Championships last year, which I think kind of helped me understand just about how the level will be, also coming to North America. I'm just from, the US. They had some good players at World Champs for sure, but this is a different animal. There's every team brings their best players, and it's a best on best tournament. So I think I'm very fortunate to get the experience and try to get better in learning, but also competing and making it hard for everybody.
All right, Josh, I'm going to put you on the spot, okay? What do you think would mean more to you? Winning a Stanley Cup or winning a gold medal with Germany?
Is that a either or question?
Pick one. Obviously, you'd like to win both.
Obviously, the thing coming up for me is now Olympics. I think looking at the teams that are there, the players that are there, I think that would be amazing to win not taking anything away from the Stanley Cup. Obviously, that's everybody's dream. You know, I have pictures from when I was like 3 years old drawing myself with a Stanley Cup in my hand. So it's just, yeah, I think the thing coming up now with, you know, all my German fellow countrymen, it'd mean a lot to us. So obviously, any medal would be amazing, and so it's hard to pick. I'd probably go for Olympics for now, and then, you know, you never know.
Well, Bakersfield, I think we do have a lot of Edmonton fans here in Bakersfield because of the Condors, but I don't know if there's going to be a lot of Americans here cheering for Team Germany, but I know there's going to be a lot hoping you win a Stanley Cup with Edmonton pretty soon. Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate you talking with me.
Thank you.